AMD just showed the entire industry how to survive the memory crisis, and now Intel is following suit. Plus, I have a story later that proves everything could be about to crash. But as many of you know, AMD recently re-released one of their best gaming CPUs ever, the Ryzen 7 5800X3D. Shortly after that announcement, we heard that memory makers and motherboard manufacturers were shifting production back to DDR4. Now, I know a lot of people are frustrated with that, but AMD doesn't produce memory, so there isn't much they can do about the supply side of the problem. What they can do is make it easier for people to continue using the memory they already have. And that's exactly what bringing back the 5800X3D does. Instead of telling millions of AM4 users that they need a new motherboard, new memory, and a new CPU, AMD basically gave them one more upgrade path. And now it looks like Intel is preparing to do the exact same thing. In a new report by Tom's Hardware, Intel is working on a new lineup dubbed Raptor Lake Next, and as the name suggests, this is built on the LGA 1700 socket, and therefore supports DDR4 memory all the way into 2027. As far as the chips themselves, while Tom's Hardware did confirm the name Raptor Lake Next, they don't know if it's a new range of processors or just a re-release of older ones. Either way, according to a couple motherboard vendors, they aren't just making new AM4 boards, but also ones based on the LGA 1700, so it definitely seems to be true. Not to mention that Intel's own Robert Hallett claimed that Raptor Lake will be, quote, abundantly available in the market. What's wild is that Intel's Core Ultra 200 series were such a disappointment that their 14th generation Raptor Lake refresh is literally faster at gaming. So I definitely think this could be a good move from Intel. Apparently Intel plans to release these in the first half of 2027, just after the first Nova Lake chips hit the market. Of course, it is still sad that all of this is even necessary. Now, I'll get to why it may not be later in the video, but at least for now, the reality is that not everyone can afford to buy a new motherboard, new memory, and a new processor every time a company launches a new platform. And if memory prices are going to remain elevated for years, then keeping older platforms alive may be one of the best ways to keep PC gaming affordable. Basically, while everyone has been asking when memory prices will finally come back down, instead of waiting for the market to fix itself, AMD and Intel are simply giving people more reasons to keep using the hardware they already own. This next story is wild because AMD has secretly removed a pretty major security feature from Ryzen CPUs, seemingly out of nowhere. Now, before everyone starts panicking and throwing their Ryzen systems into the nearest body of water, there is some important context here. The feature in question is called TSME, or Transparent Secure Memory Encryption. And just like it sounds, TSME encrypts the contents of your system memory. The idea is that if someone gained physical access to your machine and attempted certain types of attacks on the memory itself, the data stored there would be protected. Well, according to a new report from Tom's Hardware, AMD looks to have quietly removed support for TSME from consumer Ryzen processors through their new Agisa update. Now, what's odd isn't necessarily the removal itself, it's that AMD apparently never publicly announced the change. In fact, security researchers only discovered it after noticing that new BIOS versions no longer exposed the feature. What's wild is that the researchers reached out to AMD for clarification, and according to the report, AMD engineers largely stopped responding when they were pushed about why the functionality had vanished. Don't get me wrong, there are a few possible reasons, like not many consumers use the feature, some compatibility issues arose, too much engineering support was needed to justify the feature, or the crappier reason, AMD wanted to offer more features on their Pro series of processors because they still support it. But that's the thing. The issue isn't necessarily the feature itself or the lack thereof, but the lack of communication. If AMD believed the feature wasn't useful, tell people. If there was a technical reason it needed to be removed, explain it. And because it requires physical access to exploit, I'd argue that it's more made for servers anyway. But the problem is that it looks to have vanished without warning, leaving users left to discover it on their own. And honestly, that's never a great look, especially because security is one of those areas where transparency really matters. And the idea that AMD can take away a long-standing feature with a firmware update and no explanation or anything is not good. So Nvidia could be in some serious trouble. I'm talking the entire AI market could truly be in a real bubble, as Michael Burry, the well-known investor who predicted the real estate market collapse before it happened in 2008, recently discussed a $5.4 billion deal that Nvidia made on his Substack. In the deal, Nvidia sold over 100,000 GB200 GPUs to a new special-purpose vehicle company called Valor. That sale generated $5.4 billion, all of which Nvidia then wrote down as revenue. But the wild part is that Nvidia had to inject $1.9 billion of equity to make the deal happen. And there are a couple issues with that. For one, it makes the revenue look better than it really is. Nvidia is under massive pressure to continuously beat expectations to prove that AI is the real deal. Now, it's not some sleazy tactic like some people think though. I mean, they still have to report that they spent $1.9 billion. But if you only look at revenue, it does make it look like there's more demand than there is. Plus, why would Nvidia have to spend $1.9 billion of their own money to sell these? Why do we keep seeing these circular transactions? It could just be a funding issue, and that's honestly a possibility, but if there's so much demand, why did they need to do that? Plus, there's another huge issue here. See, these GPUs weren't bought for Valor. They were bought to lease out to xAI. But why didn't xAI buy them? Did they not want to show the huge capital expenditure, or did they just not want to commit that much capital? And if so, why not? This is obviously smart for xAI because they don't actually have to commit the massive amount of money to buy these, but why didn't they? The simple fact is that this could be cracks starting to show. Sure, companies are spending insane amounts of money on AI, but they're also being punished for it by investors. Simply put, the expenditures continue to grow while many investors are still waiting to see returns that justify the spending.